Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back ranking all 9 movies in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. This month's theme for Monthly Theme Thursday is Section 3 Video Nasties, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is on that list. Because of that, Jason and I thought this would be a great month to rank this franchise. There are 9 movies in total so far, with 2 more allegedly on the way. Keep 'em coming, is what I say. Like with all of my other rankings, I will start with my least favorites and work my way to my favorite TCM film. I base this on criteria such as nostalgia, rewatchability, and overall enjoyment. As always, though, please keep in mind this is just my personal opinion, and you don't have to agree. Please be sure to check out Jason's video as well to see how his ranking compares to mine. This, by the way, is one of my favorite editions of any film in my entire collection. So, here we go. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, ranked. In last place, and truthfully, this wasn't difficult at all for me. I have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. This is the 6th film in the franchise, and it was the prequel to the remake. I wouldn't say I dislike this film, but I'm right on that line. Put it this way, I've watched it enough. I can't see myself revisiting it again unless I'm doing a franchise-long marathon. There are things I like about it. I like the characters and the kills, but overall, it's always been forgettable for me. What really solidifies it as the last place film in this franchise, though, is the polished look it has. It's just too Hollywood. It's as if they were trying to capture that raw, gritty look that the original film had. The difference is, in Tobe Hooper's original, that look was authentic. It's too manufactured in this prequel. Adding filters to the camera does not effectively recreate that feel. No, I don't hate it, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, is in last place by a long shot. Coming in second to last, or 8th place, is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Now, I know a lot of people love this remake, and some even consider it to be the best horror remake ever. At one time, I might have agreed. I loved this movie when it was first released. I saw it in theaters opening night, and I was super hyped about it. Then again, I also saw The Beginning in theaters on opening night, and look how I feel about that one. I did love this remake, though, and actually went back to the cinema to see it a second time. I bought this special edition DVD the day it came out, and rewatched it many, many times after that. Over the years, though, it just lost its spark. Yes, I still love seeing Jessica Biel in it. Who wouldn't? And there are still plenty of other things I love about this remake. But like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, this one also has that manufactured, Hollywood polished look. Maybe not to the extent of the prequel, but it's still there. I can certainly understand why people still love this remake. Like I said, at one time I did as well. As of right now, though, it comes in at number 8, second to last place in my TCM ranking. This is where it gets tough now, because I have no choice but to rank Leatherface at number 7. Leatherface is the 8th film in the franchise, and it's also a prequel. not to be confused with Leatherface, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. This movie is by far the most different from the rest. It's definitely not a sore thumb in the franchise, though. This is an awesome movie. Leatherface is more of a road film. We get more backstory on Leatherface than ever before. There are great kills, likable characters, and an incredible twist. That's just it, though. Once you know the twist, it loses some of its luster. Still, Leatherface is a fantastic prequel film in the franchise, and I have it ranked at number 7. At number 6, I guess I have to go with The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. As much as I love it and wish I could rank it higher, it has to go here. This is my son's favorite TCM sequel, so I have a special place for it because of that. I also have lots of nostalgia for this one, on top of it being wildly fun. We get crazy Dennis Hopper, Caroline Williams as Stretch, and Bill Moseley as Chop Top. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 also features what I consider to be the best jump scare scenes in the franchise. And the bridge sequence is one of my favorites in the series. I know a lot of people don't like the tonal shift in TCM2, but I appreciate what Tobe Hooper did here. Actually, just talking about it right now makes me want to watch it. I'll probably pop it in when I'm done filming. And yes, I just watched it recently in preparation for Franchise Frenzy and this video. It's definitely a sequel I find myself coming back to time and time again, though. I love The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, but still, it's only number 6 in my ranking. Kicking off the top 5, at number 5, is another movie I wish I could rank higher. Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. If not Part 2, Part 4 is probably the most hated in the franchise. Not by me, of course. I have it in my top 5. But universally speaking, this is considered to be not only the worst TCM movie, but one of the worst horror movie sequels in general. I don't see it. I never have. I think it's awesome. Sure, it's different, but what's wrong with that? Leatherface is the most different of the franchise, and people loved that one, for the most part. The Next Generation introduced us to Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. He plays a brilliant psycho, and she is a fantastic final girl. The Next Generation, for me, feels the most like a traditional slasher film. And for those of you who don't know, it was made by Kim Henkel as a direct sequel to the original. This is a movie I love more and more every time I watch it. And the twist, which most people hate about it, is something I absolutely love about it. For me, this one is not only the most underrated, but the most misunderstood. Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation comes in at number 5. At number 4 is the sequel that could and should probably rank even higher. Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2022. This is the Netflix sequel that I think was executed extremely well. This was yet another direct sequel to the original, and it even brings back the character of Sally. I love the ghost town setting, and the bus massacre is one of the best massacres in this Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. With a title like this, that scene delivers. I also love the way this one ends. Those last few moments are spectacular. The pacing in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 is so good, making this one highly rewatchable. The day this premiered, I watched it at least 3 or maybe even 4 times that day. Yup, I watched it in the morning, then again with Jason, then again with my family, and finally for a live stream that night. Like I said, it has that rewatchability. I'm looking forward to seeing where the franchise goes from here. For now, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 is number 4 in my ranking. In third place is the TCM movie that at one time and for a long time was my favorite film in the franchise. Leatherface, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, at number 3. Believe it or not, this might be the one for which I have the most nostalgia. For whatever reason, this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie I rented most often. I love the swampy setting, and I really like the new family members. This sequel has a really good final girl. Viggo Mortensen is in it, as well as Ken Foray. And I love the final moment of this one as well. For most of my life, Leatherface, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, was not only my favorite TCM sequel, but my favorite TCM film overall. Now though, that's no longer the case. But still, it's in third place. Because only recently, Texas Chainsaw, or Texas Chainsaw 3D, jumped up to second place. This is the 7th film in the franchise, and I've loved it since the first time I watched it. This one jumps up in my ranking every time I do though. I love it more and more. Yes, there's a really silly oversight that was made in this film regarding the timeline, but I'm willing to overlook it because it's just that good. The storyline is great, and Alexandra Daddario is gorgeous. The house setting is awesome, and we get that amazing chase scene through the carnival. Texas Chainsaw also takes place around Halloween, so that's a bonus. This is yet another TCM movie that people seem to hate, but I clearly love it, because it's number 2 in my ranking. Well, I guess it should go without saying, my number 1 favorite movie in the TCM franchise is The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The original. The classic. I mean, do I need to say anything about it? Do I? I doubt it. We've all seen it. We all know why it's worthy of the number 1 spot. And if you haven't seen it, well, what are you doing watching this video? Go check it out immediately. It's number 1 for me. And go check out Jason's video as well to see how he has the Texas Chainsaw Massacre ranked. How would you rank the 9 movies in this franchise? Comment below and let me know. Which franchise will we rank next? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.